Welcome back, folks, to Big TV. I'm your host, Biggs, as usual. So, shall we see what we've got today? We've got Vancouver. Yeah. Well, we know that this is a difficult one. Sean expert mode. So, yeah, good luck with this pick. Say double the number of traffic laws awarded. No distance to become second. Oh well, that's a slight bonus in this. So it's this little sort. Um, if the people obviously that have been watching this channel for a while know how much of a, shall we say, Vancouver can actually be. It is a nightmare of a map to play. And obviously we're on expert mode, so because we're on expert mode, is once I put these down, that's it. I can't take them away. So this makes it even more difficult for this. So I don't expect a lot. Basically, it's one of the most difficult maps in the map pool that is played. So now I can't take this away. Oh, I can at the moment. No, I can. Now it's been locked. I'm not gonna connect them. There's a reason why. I probably should have just connected one, to be honest, but it's this little nodule here is going to be an issue. Don't forget, over the other side of the water, there is more. Imagine this being down here, but the other side of the water. And what we normally do, we normally span the harbour. Yes, it's an absolute pain of a map. Where do we really want this to go? I'm gonna have to connect. No, I'm gonna have to do that. No, turn. Thank you. Trouble is, I can't take that out now, so that's gonna have to come down to here. Yeah. I'll do that. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm happy about that now. I didn't want to have to connect this one. Right. What do we get 8 choices, and then that's it. We don't get no choices again after that. After that, we just get road tiles. So we get road tiles free anyway, but the real issue with this one is having bridges and having motorways. So because of the extra tiles that it's going to generate, and I've already got one motorway, I'm going to go for a bridge. This is meeny miny more, you know. It's the old, you know, where do we go? Meeny miny more, where do we go? I've got 30. That's not bad. Bearing in mind, if I connect the motorway, then that's it. It would be nice to be able to maybe send this. I'm also want to block. I can't obviously block that one because I can't really do anything with it, but it would be nice to be able to do something like that. I haven't got a traffic light yet. Like I said, this is a hard map to start with, and it becomes incredibly difficult when it goes on expert mode. You see what I mean? Every time this map always generates one in this rectangular block here. Always. It doesn't matter what it does, it always does it. And it's an absolute pain. I do not particularly. It's Thursday, so you see. So we've got 2 there. I'm going to send it through here, but I want some more. Well, I'll get an option 1 now. So I was. I'll go for a motorway. I've got a day and a bit. Oh, this is going to be an absolute slugfest of a thing. If I do not do this now, this is going to be end of game. Oh, I could just get in there. That one. Give me 1. Oh. Go away. This needs to be for this 3. I really want the motorway, but the problem being is I just don't have the tiles. So I need to generate that to have the tiles for this because it's going to start to go iffy jiffy. I don't want to connect these 3 to these 3, but I want to connect them to these 3. So if I do this, give myself a little curve. I think I can do a little curve. Something like that, because that'll make it faster. Speed. I'm going to get 2 up there. That's going to make that, and then the rest of them are going to go up there. I could do this, which will make it slightly faster, and I can take this out and take that out. It's not great, but it is what it is, and we just have to deal with it. The problem is it's Tuesday. See, how can you have a thing without no houses anywhere near? The trouble is, I'm going to have to do that. I can't take the chance because this already needs that. The problem being here is obviously this. But I had no choice. The only well, that's technically not true. I suppose I could have chose to put the motorway on that one, which I still can. But the trouble is, I can't take this away anyway. So it's a catch-22. You see now? You see what I mean? See this here? This is now opening up. I bet you will get possibly something here or something around this block here. We normally get something around here. I've just destroyed the foliage because that's first open. We do sometimes get it in here as well, but not very often. So I'll have to have 2 options. I'll have to either... I want to... So I've been trying to keep the motorways, you see, for obvious reasons. I'm going to have to choose the traffic lights. I've got no option because of the slowness of this to try and boost this faster and get them working a lot better. Like I said, it's a monumentally difficult map to... I reckon it's definitely the top 1% of the maps here. Here we go. I'm keeping this motorway for... We may get to Sunday before it's going to go over. That'll give me the motorway and the bridges to be able to have a choice to expand over there. Obviously, if I do a bridge, it's cost road tiles, so it costs these road tiles here. Well, that's not the worst because the pink can... It was already there anyway, so it's really not doing anything different. Now, here's where this problem starts. Well, can I scoot that past there? Can. We're on Saturday, so that's not too bad. Oh, this isn't going to be enough. There's a double chance here. If I go for... I can't... If I go for the bridge, that's 20. That gives me 46. I'm going to have to connect this one to this. I have no choice, because if that gets too many, it's going to fail. Although I could send this down, which would... Because they're right close. I could then connect that in to allow that to be a bit more with these. Decisions. I need to make sure I've got two of each. That's the thing. I will do that. I'm desperately trying to force it to actually give me some more roads of yellow. But I don't think it's going to do it. It is close enough to go back out, and it's on its own, so it will reduce that. There we go. I did say, well, I said it here, but it's decided to play unsupporting ball at the moment. There's a massive issue with this one. There we go. And now blue's decided to... The problem is blue cannot be connected to there, so that means I'm going to have to connect... I'm going to have to use the motorway. I have got no choice. I can't get this around. Right, you're in there. That's just used so many of our tiles there. I normally put it onto here, but it may be... I don't want to put it... I don't want to link it to that. I'll tell you what I might do is... I'll have to take the chance and do that. And then do that. The only disadvantage is all... If I get, let's say, a blue... If I get a magenta or anything like that come down, I will... have to connect it to one of this way. I'm going to get rid of that. Right. You see what I mean? Now, this is where it gets a lot more frustrating, I would say. I need to do that. Like there. I don't want to connect it straight because I'm trying to push this. If this gets bigger, which I don't think it will though, I don't want anything connected to that or anywhere near that. Why are you still doing that then? Where the hell are you? Oh, yeah. Think that would be a good idea. Turn it. They're now going to come out, and that's going to be fine. Right. That's fine. Don't want to connect it to there. I might not even want to connect it to there, to be honest. Or is it better straight? I think it's better straight. This is a monumentally difficult map. I can keep an eye on that. That blue has got an extra blue there. But it's a bit of a pain. I'll have to either send it up there and send it back down. Right. If it needs it. I really want the motorway, but I guarantee that I'm going to get more here and I'm not going to be able to connect it to send it back over. I'm going to have to go for the 45. I'll probably get something in here. See what I mean? I'll probably get something in there, and I just got something in there. And that gives me absolutely nothing. Right, so here's the problem. They're going to have to come down here, and they're going to have to connect in. This is what I was going to go, like I said, I was going to go for the motorway, but the problem being by going for the motorway, we'll get some up here, is that I needed to be as close to that as I can. Right, they're going to now come out. That's free a turn. That's a free turn. That still only wants one. That's why I like to hook it around here, because if any of the houses already get on this strip here, it's immensely difficult to get around. We'll get some up here. We normally do. Miles away from anywhere, but that's the norm. It's going okay. That implies we're going to get a magenta maybe up here. I can do it by coming down here and connecting into there instead of going around this. Right then. I've got 23 and a dream. I'll go for the motorway this time. Now, obviously, if we do get something in here, we can always motorway this strip up to be able to get it over. Or we can cross. We could cross the streams. Doing that, I don't want that. That's a free turn. Well, I call a free turn. In other words, I could turn it, but it doesn't do an expert link. If I did that and did that, that would constitute a link. So we're gonna have an issue here. It's not getting enough. It's not getting enough over. I don't want to directly link it to the. There's a slight bit of cheating you can go on here. If I do this now and I unlink this, oh, they'll now complain, but they'll also send this over and get, because they'll have to go right back round again. You see. Now this is what I said. I knew there was something going to go on here. I know we've got this one to do as well. So the only option I've got is to link this like that. That will then go up there. I really wanted the motorway to be used. I'm going to have to. I really think I'm going to have to leave this motorway there. What we're going to have to do is link all this lot to this lot. So they'll still come down there, but they still can be used for this strip. I've got 17 left. I can do this. I am going to have to put that motorway back. If I don't put this motorway back, this is the end of the game. For sure. And we'll do that. Could be the end of the game anyway. I might have already done it wrong. Right. As long as we can get... If we can get 3 in there, there's another one. There's another one. As long as we can get another one before that little... There we go. As long as that... Oh, here we go. Right. This now it's going to start to kick off. Kick off. Kick off. Kick off. Let's do one there. So that's an option to go down there, which is about to go down there, which is... I think this is the end of the game. Yep. Yeah, you see what I mean? Excellent, well, you see, terrible on this map. It's just terrible. Anyway, it's oh god, but it's because of the splits, because of the having an option for the motorway on the thing. It's terrible for this because I know this map. If I don't build up motorways or I don't build up bridges, there's absolutely no way I'll get any decent score. And obviously if you only have an option of one or the other, but then you've got the problem you need enough tiles, because obviously if it puts a business one place and it puts, I mean, I know there are only what I call the medium-sized business, not the small. I call the small the station ones because they're tiny, and then this is obviously the next one up in that sense. But anyway, I hope you enjoy that. I knew this was going to be frustrating. I knew the score wasn't going to be out when I looked at it's Vancouver. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you some of the insights into playing this game. If you've not played it before, or if you've not seen it before, and you've not really seen the expert mode is a difficult mode. It decides. I don't decide. It's how it does it. So anyway, as I wouldn't do it. And we'll see you in tomorrow's play. Bye for now.